Hello kids, it's story time again, and today we are reading Alexander, who's trying his best to be the best boy ever. And what's he holding in his hand there? Let's find out. Last night, somebody ate a whole box of jelly donuts and hid the empty donut box under the couch. I'm not saying who that somebody is, but this morning when I woke up, I had a bellyache. Oh, my belly aches. The good news is I get to stay home from school. The not so good news is it's Saturday. There's no school on Saturday. The other not so good news is that my mom found the empty donut box under the couch, and she's back in my room and she's shaking her finger at me. And she's got her serious face on, and she's saying seriously, there are going to be consequences. Consequences are what you get when you do what you shouldn't have done, and I hate consequences. And there he is, sick in bed with his brothers looking on. What kind of fool eats a whole box of donuts? My brother Nick is asking me. I'm not answering. What kind of fool hides a donut box under the couch? My brother Anthony is asking me. But I'm not answering. There they all are. My mom says that my consequences are staying all day in my room with no video games or watching stuff on TV, even though I'm thinking that video games and watching TV might help make my bellyache get better. I hate consequences. My dad says after breakfast he'll take Anthony and Nick on a nice long bike ride. My mom says when they go biking, she is going to take a nice long bath and a nap. I ask if that means she won't be playing Go Fish or Bingo with me while I'm staying here in my room all day with a bellyache. My mom says while I'm staying here in my room all day with a bellyache, I should think a lot about how I got that bellyache. And there's Dad, and there's Mom. And you can see she's waving that finger. But instead, I'm thinking I should have hid that donut box under my mattress or way back in my closet where moms might not look. And while I'm thinking of other cool places to hide an empty donut box, I have to go to the bathroom and throw up those donuts. My bellyache is going away, but my consequences are staying. and I'm stuck here all alone in my room, and I'm thinking. I'm thinking how good it feels when I'm eating donuts. And I'm thinking how yucky it feels when I'm throwing up donuts. And I'm thinking how much I love eating jelly donuts. And I'm thinking how much I hate having consequences. And I'm thinking I hate those consequences much, 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 much more than I love donuts. There he is, thinking. And so, when my dad comes home with Nick and Anthony from their bike ride, and my mom is done with taking her bath and her nap, I tell them I am sorry I ate those donuts. And then I tell my mom and my dad a whole new thought I thought while I was thinking. A whole new thought that sneaked into my head. Starting right now, I tell them, I am not getting into trouble anymore. Starting right now, I am only doing nice things. Starting this very minute, I am being the best boy ever for the complete and entire rest of my life. My brother Nick says, yeah, right. Lots of luck with that plan. And my brother Anthony says, forget about it. No way. And then my dad says, what if I try to be the best boy ever for just 1 week? Counting the rest of today as my first day. And after that, we could see about me being the best boy ever for the complete and entire rest of my life. So beginning right this minute, I've stopped wishing my brother's bikes had gotten flat tires. I'm scraping some melted chocolate out of my drawer. I'm saying about 1 million pleases and thank yous. I'm picking up stuff I dropped all over the floor. And at bedtime, my mom gives me kisses and hugs and tells me that my consequences are over. I tell her, no more consequences for me, because I'm finished with trouble, and I'm trying my best to be the best boy ever. On Sunday morning, I get out of bed very early. I almost, but I don't turn on the TV. Everyone else is sound asleep, but I'm not waking them up. I'm walking on tiptoes, quiet as I can be. I'm not even bouncing my basketball, though I really want to see if I can beat Anthony's record of 96 bounces in a row. I'm not bouncing my ball because I'm trying to be my best, to be the best boy ever. Everyone's still asleep, and I'm still walking around on tiptoes. But it's lonesome being awake all by myself. It's boring being awake all by myself. I'm tired of being awake all by myself, and I'm thinking that if I went out the front door and rang the doorbell 5 or 6 or even 7 times, no one would be sleeping anymore. There he is with his instrument. Do you know what that is? And I'm thinking that if I started practicing Sweet Home Alabama on my guitar, no one would be sleeping anymore. And I'm thinking that if I took all the books off the bookshelves in the living room and built a tower as high as I could reach, and then that tower accidentally came crashing down to the ground, no one would be sleeping anymore. But I don't do any of that because I'm trying my best to be the best boy ever. On Monday, when I go to school, I remember to bring my homework, which means I'm not in trouble for forgetting it again. I also don't talk in class when I'm supposed to not talk in class, even though not talking in class is hard to do, especially when I need to tell James that 3 tigers were just born at the zoo, and also that he's smelling kind of smelly. There's James. And there's Alexander with his guitar. I raise my hand every time Mrs. Klimt asks a question, like, who was the first president? And how do you spell receive? And what's 47 take away 22? Even if I don't always know the answers. And when she looks at me funny because I'm raising my hand all the time, she asks, Alexander, is something the matter with you? I say I'm just trying to be the best boy ever. Mrs. Klimt is eyeing me like I'm telling her I'm trying to be Superman, but I don't care. I'm thinking, wait, you'll see. So when she starts to carrying this gigantic plant upstairs to the teacher's lounge, I raise my hand. I show her I'm nice by saying, I'll take it. Let me. There he is, raising his hand. There's the plant, and there's the teacher. And I'm thinking Miss Klimt should not be looking as worried as she's looking when, with just one little wobble, I take a hold of it. So now I'm carrying the plant, and I only trip once. And I only bump into 3 people, maybe 4. And I only break off some leaves and also a few flowers. And when I get to the teacher's lounge and I set down the plant too close to the edge of the table and it starts to fall off the table and toward the floor, I catch it just in time. And I'm thinking Mrs. Klimt should be sounding a lot more thankful than she's sounding when she's thanking me for carrying that plant. There it is, almost falling off the table. And there he is carrying it and bumping into another teacher. On Tuesday, I keep on raising my hand. Though I think Ms. Klimt's getting grumpy, I remember to walk instead of run down the hall. At our soccer game, I don't start yelling, "No fair! No fair!" Though I'm absolutely positive I could have scored tons of points if I'd just been given a chance to kick the ball. But I never, not even once, was given a chance to kick that ball. And the other team won by about 1,000-0, which, if I wasn't trying to be my best, to be the best boy ever, I would have been yelling a lot of, "No fair!" There they are, playing soccer. And he didn't get to kick that ball, not even once. At dinner, I use my napkin to wipe my mouth, not blow my nose. I even get up and put my plate in the sink. "Look at that little angel," says Nick. "He's such an angel," says Anthony. "And they're flapping their arms just like an angel." And I'm getting real mad. And I think I'd like to pour spaghetti sauce into Nick's lap and dump the whole bowl of spaghetti on Anthony's head. But even though they keep flapping and flapping while I get madder and madder, I make myself sit and finish my milk instead. It's not easy trying to be the best boy ever. And there he is pretending to dump that bowl of spaghetti on his brother's head. Oh my. I make my bed Wednesday morning without being told to. I brush all my teeth, not only in front but behind. On the yellow school bus, while everyone else is shouting and shoving and teasing, who do they think is being gentle and kind? Me. And who do you think is crawling around on the yucky school bus floor, helping Maisie look for her lost glasses? When I sit back in my seat, Zach, who's next to me, swings his feet harder and harder until, by mistake, he clonks into me. And I'm thinking I really shouldn't, and then I'm thinking I really want to clonk him back because it hurts where he clonked me on my leg, because I'm guessing it wasn't by mistake. And because Zach's swinging his feet again, and I really want to get him before he gets me, and I'm wondering if I keep swinging my feet until, by mistake, I clonk Zach, am I trying to be the best boy ever? I swing my feet. There he is, swinging my feet and brushing his teeth, all of his teeth. On Thursday, after school, I study guitar at Shelley's Music Shack. My mom comes with me and takes a guitar lesson too. We're working on a song we're playing together at the next Shelley's Music Shack concert. And while we're rehearsing our song, I'm kind of hopping and jumping around like rock stars do. And I think I'm hearing somebody saying I shouldn't. And I think I'm hearing somebody saying, "Watch out!" But I keep hopping and jumping until I'm sure I hear someone shouting, "Stop Alexander. Except by then, I've slipped and tripped and crashed and kind of messed up Shelley's Music Shack. And I'm wondering if by accident I mess up Shelley's Music Shack, am I trying my best to be the best boy ever? Before I go to sleep, I decide that one maybe mistake and one not on purpose accident don't count as not trying. And there he is in the music shack, hopping and jumping around, and there's his mom taking a guitar lesson too. On Friday, on the school bus, I helped Maisie look for her glasses again. I sit as far away as I can from Zach. When Andrew pokes me in the side with his very pointy elbow, I accidentally, by mistake, poke him back. But I don't tell Maisie I'm getting tired of helping her find her glasses, and that maybe she ought to tape them to her face, even though, and I know this isn't nice, I'm absolutely bursting with wanting to tell her that. In class, I try not to raise my hand unless I'm completely positive I really know the right answers to Miss Klimp's questions. But I still raise my hand too much because I sometimes don't know if my answers aren't right. Miss Klimp says I'm wearing her out and that she'll give me extra credit if only I would please stop raising my hand. And I'm wondering if I stop raising my hand and stop wearing Miss Klimp out, am I trying my best to be the best boy ever? I keep raising my hand. There he is, raising his hand. And there he is, looking for the glasses again. Tonight, Nick and Anthony come into my room and start bouncing on my bed. They grab my arms and get me bouncing too. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. We're having so much fun doing what we're not supposed to do. Jumping on the bed. What's going on in there? My mom is calling. Behave yourselves, boys, I'm hearing my dad say. And because I'm trying to be, well, I guess you know what I'm trying to be by now, I chase my brothers away and I stop bouncing on the bed. When I open my eyes on Saturday, the first thought I think is, I've done it. I've been the best boy ever for one whole week. But right after that, I'm thinking that trying to be the best boy ever was really hard. And right after that, I remember that now I'm supposed to start trying to be the best boy ever for the complete and entire rest of my life. The complete and entire rest of my life, I'm all of a sudden thinking, is a long time. There he is, thinking about that. And there he is, chasing his brothers out of his room because he wants to be the best boy ever. For the rest of my life, I won't get into trouble. For the rest of my life, I'm only doing nice things. No clonking, no poking, no bouncing on beds, no messing up music shacks, no waking up people with doorbell rings. For the rest of my life, I'll be looking for Maisie's lost glasses, making sure the back of my teeth are clean. No yelling, "No fair!" no matter how no fair they're being. No wishing for bad stuff to happen when brothers are mean. Just thinking about how hard it will be, I'm getting the kind of bellyache I got when I ate that whole box of jelly donuts. And I'm thinking I'd much, much rather get a bellyache from donuts than a bellyache from being the best boy ever. And he got a shirt that says, "The best boy ever." And there he is, getting his bellyache. And then I start to think about a really cool place, a really, really cool place to hide an empty box of jelly donuts. Don't tell me he got another box of jelly donuts. Oh my gosh. There he is with his box of jelly donuts. And you know what happens after that? He got another bellyache. That's our story, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.